Hello, everyone. Welcome into the View House Centennial on a Victory Monday after the Broncos won yesterday. But we are switching over to golf today. Why? Because the BMW Championship is coming to Castle Pines this week. We'll have Pro-Am on Wednesday, and then, of course, the tournament kicks off on Thursday. And tonight, we have got Wyndham Clark. He is joining us now. He is on his way. He is currently en route. You know how this Colorado traffic can be, but Colorado native, 2023 U.S. Open champion. We're going to get his take on what it's going to be like having a tournament in his backyard, if you will. It's going to be a lot of fun. This, of course, the first time we have a PGA event at Castle Pines since 2006, the last year of the International. It's going to be a lot of fun to see a whole new crop of golfers. There's only one golfer in the field that has played a PGA Tour event, competitive event at Castle Pines. We're going to ask Wyndham if he knows who that is. All right, he beat the traffic. Wyndham Clark, 2023 U.S. Open champion, Colorado native in the house. Thank you, Wyndham, for taking the time before what's going to be a very busy week for you. And so I got to know, you don't often have a golf tournament, on your home field. What's the emotions knowing your friends, your family, you're playing in your backyard?
It's something I haven't ever had as a pro. In college, I got to play the Pac-12 Championship at Boulder Country Club, which was really fun because most of the fans were watching me, which was really neat. So, having my friends and family out here is going to be quite awesome, and I'm really just looking forward to the week.
Well, you haven't played a competitive event at Castle Pines, but you played the course, I assume, quite a few times. How do you feel like your local working knowledge of the courses?
Yeah, I've been really fortunate. I've probably played it, I was kind of thinking about it, maybe 30 to 40 times. So that's 30 to 40 more times than anyone else.
Yeah.
So I definitely have a good feel for the golf course. And, playing at altitude for us is difficult. We don't play it very often. The ball goes a lot farther. But, I feel comfortable out here. I mean, this is where I grew up. I'm just really hoping to have my game this week and have a lot of fun.
Well, we are so happy that you are here. We got a lot more coming up here with Wyndham Clark on Xfinity Monday Live. Welcome back into Xfinity Monday Live here at the View House Centennial. And man, we are so thrilled tonight. We got Wyndham Clark in the house ahead of the BMW Championship. I know that Coloradans are obviously very excited, Wyndham, to see you, but also excited to see guys like Scottie and Rory. From your opinion, are these guys excited to play at Castle Pines? Is now kind of a new venue, right, for a PGA Tour event?
Yeah, I mean, they all asked me last week or even the weeks leading up, like, how is that place? And I said, I almost didn't want to tell them. I wanted them to be surprised because, Castle Pines is one of our great gems in Colorado. And, and so I didn't tell them much. I just said, hey, you're going to really enjoy it. The service, the golf course, the weather, it's going to be great. And thus far, a lot of guys have texted me like, this place is sick. So I think they're all really excited.
That's awesome. Let's talk a little bit about you. So you finished 5th in Memphis. How are you feeling last week? How are you feeling about your game as you enter into this tournament?
I would say my game's trending.
Yeah.
It's, I had a great last 54 holes at the Olympics. And then I played really solid all last week. And I just feel like my game's getting in a great spot to hopefully have a great final push in the playoffs.
You mentioned the Olympics. What was your most memorable moment from that time in Paris?
Oh, man. I mean, I'd probably have to say the opening ceremonies.
Okay.
Colin Morikawa and I were on the boat with all the athletes, and that was, both of us were sitting there and we're just looking around going, is this even real? We had to pinch ourselves and go, it doesn't seem real. So it was, to be an Olympian, it's crazy to even think, is something that I never would have even fathomed. So it's pretty special.
Did you try the chocolate muffins in the Olympic Village?
So it's so funny because no. So the answer is no. I was there only one night at the Village, but we found this little pastry shop in the Village, and the guy apparently was a Michelin star chef that just volunteered to help out, and he made this bread that was like to die for, and one of them was like this chocolate croissant. So when people were talking about these chocolate muffins, we were like, oh yeah, we had them, and then we found out we had something different, which we thought were amazing. So
I love it. You had like an even better thing.
I feel like it was even better.
Is what it sounds like. When we look at your career, of course, 2023 is hard to top, but not so bad this year. You score a 60 at Pebble Beach. I feel like that's a course, even if you know this much about golf, everybody knows Pebble Beach. What's it like to win an iconic course like that?
Man, I've been really fortunate. I've won at 3 iconic courses, and Pebble probably being one of the most famous of them all. And it's so cool. I'm the course record holder at Pebble Beach. That hopefully doesn't get broken for a long time, but my name's in history there, which is, things that I have accomplished this far. It's like you dream about these things, and then when they happen, it's honestly really special. So I'm really blessed, and that win was really, it was really great.
Let's go back to the U.S. Open. I remember after that, they had the Nuggets parade. We're like, we need a Wyndham parade in Denver. What was it like, being a U.S. Open champion?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up playing at Cherry Hills, and I used to stay late at night, and the sun would go down, people weren't there, and I used to hit putts all the time practicing the putt to win, and it would be the Masters, the U.S. Open, the PGA, or the Open Championship.
Awesome.
And many times I made the putt to win the U.S. Open, and then it happens, and you're like, it's kind of crazy. So it's winning a major is like nothing else in golf, and it's really changed my career. And I'm so, like I said, I'm so blessed to be where I'm at now.
That's amazing. And you outdueled Rory there. What's it like going up against one of golf's greats, the mental game and the physical game, to do that?
It's funny, like playing against Scottie and Xander, I grew up playing against them, so I'm always competing against them. I was in high school and college when Rory came out, and so I kind of looked up to Rory and his game and how he played, and so then to play against him and then beat him is kind of another one of those moments where you're like, wow, I can't believe where I'm at right now and doing what I'm doing. So it was pretty cool.
Well, you make Colorado very proud. We all feel like we share in the accomplishments. It's so fun to see you do well. We can't wait to see what you do at the BMW Championship coming up this weekend. It's time now for the People Want to Know. People Want to Know, brought to you by Common Spirit, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos and champions for the communities we serve. And, of course, Wyndham, you are a Duck. We know you're a Broncos fan as well. So what's your take on Bo Nix? We got to know.
I mean, I watched it for 2 years. It was really good. I watched the game last night. He looked amazing. Yeah. I don't necessarily know what they're going to decide, but, I thought he looked the best of all three. So it'd be awesome for, me selfishly being a Duck. But I really want whoever's the best quarterback to be our quarterback for the Broncos.
Well, we feel like that is probably Bo Nix.
I hope so, yeah. I think
you're
so
good
too.
friends with another very good NFL athlete and Colorado native, and that is Christian McCaffrey. Who's better at golf, you or Christian?
I beat Christian in a lot of things. Christian's gotten into the game. He kind of likes it. He's maybe got a little too much muscle for golf.
Yeah. Now, you guys were on the same high school basketball team,
Yeah,
right?
For 1 year.
Who's a better hooper?
I don't know. I shot better than him. He was a little quicker and obviously a little more physical. But he was good. He was good. His brother and I are really close, Max, and we were on the team for multiple years together.
Okay, I like it. I like it. We got a lot of good stuff here. That was a good session of the People Want to Know. People Want to Know, brought to you by Common Spirit. Coming up next, we're going to take a little break now and get a little more information on we'll do some rapid fire here with Wyndham and maybe put him to the test on something if he's willing. We'll be right back on Monday Live. What a treat tonight. We got Wyndham Clark in the house before the BMW Championship, and he's kind enough. It feels like, with soccer players, they could just juggle forever. With golfers, you got the wedge, you can juggle forever. So, Wyndham, will you juggle while I ask you some
I will.
questions?
I mess up at the beginning. All right, here we go. I got to start.
If you break a window, it's my fault. Yeah. I've already said. All right, let's talk about the altitude. How much do you think it'll affect other guys?
I cannot give you eye contact because I have to focus on this. I think it'll affect a lot of guys. We never play here, and it's kind of inconsistent, so it's going to be a challenge for sure.
How long have you ever done this for? Have you ever timed yourself?
I've never timed myself, but I've done it for a while.
What do you think the winning score will be?
If it's soft, I think we'll get to 20 under. If it's firm and plays how I think they want it to play, I think it'll be right around like 13 to 14.
Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. How many milkshakes have you had over your lifetime from Castle Pines?
Oh, my gosh, almost every time I go. So we're looking at about 30 to 40 times.
Are you going to have them at the tournament, or is that not allowed?
I usually don't. I'm pretty strict diet. Maybe Sunday, hopefully after we're hoisting a trophy.
Okay, I like it. Who's your favorite golfer currently on the tour? Spot.
That is a tough one. Geez. Let's see. 1 sec. I'm trying to think. It's usually whoever I play great with.
Okay.
And I've been playing good with. Gosh, this is a really tough question. Shane Lowry, one of my favorites.
I like it. Favorite thing to do in Colorado?
I love to fish. Fly fishing. I always come back and go do that.
Do you eat them or you throw them back?
I always return the fish.
Oh, look at that. He's a good person, too. That was amazing. You did it for the entire time.
All right, there you go.
You were I feel like you were setting up like it wasn't going to be great. It was fantastic. Hello, everyone. Thanks for logging on to CBSColorado.com. Time now for a few extra minutes with Wyndham Clark, Colorado native, 2023 U.S. Open champion, and, of course, competing in the BMW Championship this weekend. Wyndham, what are you most looking forward to competing in at home? Home course, kind of.
Probably just being home and playing in front of the friends and family that I don't get to play in front of that often. And then, I have a lot of friends I grew up with that, don't ever get to come out and watch me play, and they're going to be there this week. So really just being in front of the home crowd.
What's your lowest round at Castle Pines?
Ooh, good question. Not like crazy low. I mean, maybe 66.
Okay, I like it.
So hopefully I break that this week.
Everyone's been really excited that there is a PGA event back at Castle Pines. It's been a long time since the International was here. What do you think is great about this golf course?
I mean, it's honestly one of the best experiences you can have in golf. It's the minute you walk in and you go in the locker room and the service, and then obviously the views are amazing, the course is fantastic, the milkshakes are amazing. So, Castle Pines just has this kind of special feel that I think really gives you that Colorado feel that you're playing in the mountains, and it's really kind of unique to any place in Colorado.
Pop quiz. There's only one player in the field that has played a PGA Tour event at Castle Pines. Do you know who that is?
It's got to be an older player.
Yeah.
Justin Rose didn't make it. Gosh, who's the old guy? You probably give me, 10 seconds to think of this? Matt Kuchar didn't make it. Who made it? Who's older? I have Billy Horschel.
Oh, no, we're getting close. It was in 2006. First name starts with a J. Australian.
Oh, Jason Day.
Jason Day.
There we go. There we go.
There you go. So,
Wait, is Adam Scott in the field? Because he's also, he must not be because he's played here. So.
You know what?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I could be wrong. I could be right. I don't know. We were talking a little bit in the break about Scottie Scheffler, and watching him as just an outsider. It's just been amazing. What is it like competing and playing with this guy?
I mean, it's I think elevated all of our games, but it's amazing to see what he's done. We even talk amongst ourselves, like, you have good runs where you play great golf for 3 weeks, or you play for 2 months or 3 months, or maybe a half a season or a full season. I mean, he's done it now for 2 years where he's pretty much seemed flawless and unbeatable. Yeah. And that's a stretch that only maybe one other player's been like that, and it's Tiger. So it's really impressive. But hopefully I come into my stretch and maybe start doing some Scottie stuff of my own.
Well, we have in Colorado. It's just been so fun following your career. We're just always watching, cheering you on. What for you so far has been kind of the most memorable moment so far?
I mean, gosh, I think 3 main ones come to obviously win the U.S. Open is, set my career in a upward trajectory, and then representing my country for the first time in the Ryder Cup was amazing. And then going to the next level and doing the Olympics was, that's something that I never really dreamt of because golf hasn't been in the Olympics very long. But to be an Olympian is something like, nothing else. It's the greatest sporting event, and I think it's the biggest honor as an athlete. Absolutely amazing. Golf is one of those sports where, you're by yourself so much, right? Unlike a team sport where you can lean on your guys, and I think there's such the mental part of golf that can be sometimes as challenging as the course itself. How do you stay mentally strong when you go through your ups and downs? It's very challenging. There's times when I get down on myself and I'm not good at it. And there's other times where you can look at the process and you try to find the good in those things. The biggest thing in golf is honestly looking at the big picture, the marathon, not the sprint. If you can look at it that way, I think it makes those tough weeks easier to overcome. And then, you know what? Good golf's on its way, and it's just around the corner. And I've gotten better at that, and I just constantly believe that. And then next thing you know, you start talking yourself into good golf, and then you start playing good golf. Well, I think there's a lot of people that are just, clawing their way to get into the BMW. But if somebody was on the fence, why should they come out to Castle Pines this weekend? There's so many reasons. One, you get to watch the best players in the world play. And we haven't played in Colorado, I think, in 10 years or so. And then Castle Pines itself, not many people get to go out and see it. It's beautiful. And, golf is, in a great place. It's growing so much. A lot of people are playing it since COVID. And there's nothing like watching the best players in the world up close, see us hit our shots, and the excitement that golf can have. I don't really think anyone's on the fence, but that made me even more excited. You totally tried to sell it. So. We're just making a pitch there. Wyndham, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been such a treat. We can't wait to watch you this weekend over at Castle Pines. Awesome. Thanks for having me. Guys, thanks for joining us. We will see you next time.